When we talk about military tactical knives, we're not just talking about sharp steel. We're talking about tools built for survival, combat, and everyday field tasks. To us, the best ones combine strength, reliability, and practicality, because a blade that fails in a critical moment isn't an option. So, in this video, we're going to show you 30 incredible military tactical knives that balance power with versatility. Updated price and purchase links are provided down in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. First, we've got the Demko FreeRain. It's got a full-tang construction of the premium CPM 3V steel, which makes it a trusted companion for military professionals and hardcore survivalists. This isn't some weekend camping blade. It's the kind of tool designed to take on the battlefield without compromise. What makes it stand out is the sheath system. You can completely take it apart for cleaning, and that might sound like a small detail, but in muddy, bloody, or sandy environments, keeping your gear clean can be the difference between staying sharp and failing when you need it most. Then there's the handle, rubberized and injection molded with aggressive texturing. Basically, it locks into your hand whether you're in gloves, soaked in rain, or even dealing with less than ideal situations. The flat grind makes cutting efficient, while the drop point shape gives it real, piercing power. People often say it feels balanced enough to become an extension of your arm, which explains why it's used for everything from splitting firewood to backing you up in combat. It's not flashy, it's just brutally reliable, and that's exactly why so many professionals keep it close. Now, if you're after a folding knife that doesn't mess around, the Hinderer FireTac has that tactical vibe baked right into it. Hinderer himself pulled from his own military background to shape this design. And you can tell it wasn't meant for desk drawers, it was made for the field. The knife has this slim, linear profile that feels natural in the hand without giving up strength. Inside, you get CPM 20 CV steel, which means the edge just hangs on and doesn't dull easily, even after hard use. Military operators love how it balances being lightweight, but still being built like a tank. Plus, it has a blade that is slightly over 3.5 inches in length with an under 5-inch G10 scale in the handle. What gives it extra character is the fact that this was Rick's first big folding design, so it carries real heritage. And people say it's comfortable in every grip you try, whether cutting rope or preparing for defense. And here's the kicker, the locking system. So, this isn't about flashy looks. It's built purely for function, which is exactly why operators trust it. Sometimes a knife gets its reputation not from marketing, but from being tested in the real world. That's the story behind the sniper Bladeworks Mamu. It made its debut on the Discovery Channel's Man, Woman, Wild show. It includes standard ergonomic grip and an injection-molded sheath with a uniform riveted pattern. Designed to sit just right in the hand, it keeps you comfortable and in control even during long sessions of cutting, carving, or defending yourself. The blade itself is made of 420HC stainless with a black PVD coat, so no shiny reflections and plenty of rust resistance in tough environments. But here's a neat twist. The G10 handle scales have a bow drill socket built in. When modern fire starting fails, you can go primitive and still get a fire going. That kind of detail shows it's more than a weapon. It's a survival tool. With around 5.5-inch blade and flat grind, it balances strength and efficiency for tasks from slicing rope to prepping food. The sheath is versatile too, letting you carry it in multiple ways. Soldiers and outdoorsmen like how it adapts to different setups. Overall, the Mamu is about rugged reliability and smart touches that make life easier when things get rough. 1XL All right, let's talk about sheer size and intimidation. The Cold Steel Recon 1XL isn't subtle. It's a folding knife built to perform like a fixed blade. With a massive 5.5-inch blade made from CTSX HP steel, it's earned a spot among soldiers and law enforcement who want raw cutting power at hand. The lock is where it really shines. Cold Steel's Triad lock is widely regarded as one of the strongest around. So even with that big blade, you know it won't fold up on you mid-task. The steel holds its edge, shrugs off abuse, and tackles jobs that could ruin lesser knives. Now, some say its sheer size makes it overkill. But here's the truth. It bridges the gap between folder and fixed blade. You get portability and convenience, but also the confidence of a larger tool. The G10 handle grips tight in sweaty, muddy, or gloved hands. And talking about the weight, instead of being a downside, it actually helps the knife cut deeper with less effort. Plus, the dual thumb stud openers provide smooth, reliable performance every time. Users love that it's more than a big showpiece. It's a capable workhorse. In high-stress scenarios, that extra durability and power is exactly what you want. Moving over to fixed blades, the Zero Tolerance 6 is all about rugged American build quality. Inspired by the old ZT9 bayonet, it's been refined for modern survival and combat use. Right away, you'll notice the CPM 3V steel, a tool steel known for resisting chips and holding toughness, even in brutal conditions. The full tang with a steel guard makes it a tank of a knife, while the Cerakote finish adds corrosion resistance without compromising performance. With a 6-inch blade, it strikes that sweet spot, not too long to handle, but big enough to chop, slice, and pierce effectively. The OD Green G10 handle isn't just for looks. It's textured and shaped to stay secure whether your hands are slick, bloody, or gloved. At 10 and 3 ounces, it's not a featherweight, but that weight works in its favor, giving extra chopping force when needed. The sheath deserves mention too. Kydex with a retention strap, built for rough carry without coming loose. Military people appreciate how it handles real abuse, from survival tasks to direct fieldwork. At its core, the 6 is a survival-first knife that doesn't quit, making it the blade you reach for when the odds are stacked against you. The Kizer Quartz proves that compact doesn't mean weak. Designed by Cornell Kiss, this fixed blade blends tactical practicality with smart engineering. The blade steel is AEBL stainless, which keeps a solid edge, resists wear, and is still easy to sharpen out in the field. The Tanto profile is what gives it real punch. That strong, reinforced tip makes it perfect for piercing and heavy-duty cuts, jobs that other blade shapes can't handle as well. The overall length of just over 7 inches makes it manageable and easy to carry without losing effectiveness. The G10 handle is simple but effective, grippy, reliable, and comfortable with or without gloves. Pair that with the Kydex sheath and belt clip, and you've got a knife that rides securely and deploys quickly. Soldiers like the part that it's just a dependable tool that's always ready. With its flat grind, you get consistency across tasks, whether slicing through straps or prepping kindling. The stone-washed gray finish not only looks rugged, but also hides wear and scratches, so it stays looking solid even after hard field use. For anyone who wants fixed blade dependability in a compact size, the Quartz fits right in. 7. Now, here's a blade that screams heavy duty. The Tops Knives Operator 7. It's massive, with a 7.25-inch blade made from 1075 high-carbon steel. Thanks to differential heat treatment, the edge holds toughness, while the spine stays incredibly strong. And with a 0.3-inch thick stock, it's more like carrying a steel slab shaped into a knife. The handle is just as bold. With tan canvas micarta and black G10 layers, it's over an inch thick, filling your hand like an axe handle. That gives better leverage and control. especially during hard chopping or defensive tasks. The blade's recurve edge bites deep into wood and materials, making cutting feel easier. Users say its weight does most of the work, so you don't have to. On top of that, the double guard and solid pommel make it useful for striking and keeping your hand safe in combat situations. It comes with a Kydex sheath and dangler, keeping it secure but still accessible on your gear. The overall vibe is confidence. This is the kind of knife that feels indestructible. Whether it's smashing through survival chores or backing you up in tactical use, the Operator 7 is built like a tank and refuses to quit. Last in this batch, we've got a modern spin on a classic, the SOG Tech Bowie. It keeps the iconic Bowie profile, but updates it with AUS 8 steel and a stone-washed finish. That finish isn't just about looks. It protects against wear and corrosion while giving it a tough, tactical vibe. The blade is 0.24 inches thick, with the same grind geometry as the original Bowie. At a bit over 6 inches long, it gives you reach and serious cutting power, plus a faceted tip that's excellent for piercing. It's a design that stood the test of time, now made tougher for today's needs. Instead of the traditional stacked leather, the handle is Kraton rubber. That's a big upgrade. It's grippy, shock-absorbing, and stays reliable even when wet. Add in the sculpted crossguard, and you've got hand protection plus a secure feel. All the metal components, crossguard, pommel, and blade, carry that same stone-washed protection. The sheath is molded nylon with a belt clip, tough and easy to access when needed. Soldiers and outdoor professionals say it bridges old-school military style with modern performance. Basically, it's classic Bowie reliability dressed for the modern battlefield. Some knives just carry history with them, and the K-Bar Ek Model 5 is one of those. It's part of the John Eck Commando Knife Company legacy, and that means it's built on a tradition of combat blades trusted by American soldiers through multiple wars. But this isn't just a replica. It's an updated fighting and utility knife for today's operators. The blade is made from 1095 Crowvan steel, finished with parkerizing. That combo gives it the strength and edge retention you need while still being easy to sharpen in the field with simple tools. It's a straightforward, soldier-friendly choice. At nearly 7 inches, the clip-point blade has a sharp tip for thrusting and plenty of edge for utility cuts. The guard is a classic S-shape, giving your hand real protection and letting you shift grips depending on the task at hand. The handle itself is glass-filled nylon, textured for grip and fitted with those traditional X-head fasteners, little details that remind you of its wartime heritage. It rides in a polymer sheath with a retaining strap and multiple tie-down points, so it's versatile in how you carry it. Operators say the EK5 is about pure function over flash. It's a knife designed to work hard and stay dependable, keeping alive the kind of design that has saved lives in combat for decades. Now, if you want a knife that feels like it can do it all, survival, bushcraft, and tactical backup, the OffGrid Backcountry V2 was built with exactly that in mind. It came together after a lot of feedback from actual users and testing by military and outdoorsmen, so it's not theory, it's proven. The blade is Cryo D2 steel with a titanium nitride coating. That means excellent edge retention, good corrosion resistance, and the toughness to withstand hard chopping or slicing. The geometry is interesting too. It's got both edge and spine recurves, which give it that aggressive look, but also a serious cutting bite. At 4.5 inches, the blade strikes a practical balance, big enough to handle demanding work, small enough to stay quick in the hand. The G10 handle has been shaped with chamfering and jimping, so it locks into your grip, whether your hands are bare or gloved. Users highlight the sheath just as much as the knife. It's Kydex, with the OG Low Pro clip for low-profile carry. That means it stays out of the way until you need it. but still deploys quickly. The Backcountry V2 is described as a crossover blade, perfectly at home cutting camp chores one moment, ready for defense the next. It's built to handle every scenario without hesitation. We've all come across knives that try to cover too many roles at once, only to end up being mediocre across the board. The Montana knife company TF24, better recognized as the Task Force 24, avoids that pitfall completely. It has the build of a tactical blade, but still maintains the compact, agile feel you'd actually want when handling it. The highlight here is the MagnaCut stainless steel blade, coated in Cerakote. MagnaCut has already built its reputation as one of the toughest modern steels available, combining resilience and cutting strength. The blade measures 4 1/8 inches with a drop-point profile and is crafted on a full tang foundation for durability. At only 5.73 ounces, it carries lighter than expected given what it can endure. The handle design deserves just as much credit. G10 scales with heavy texturing make sure your grip stays locked in whether your hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved. Some users with larger hands do point out that it can feel a little short, but overall ergonomics are thoughtfully done. Multiple grip styles are possible, letting you adjust as tasks demand. The knife ships with a Kydex sheath and UltiClip for versatile carry setups, plus MKC backsit with a lifetime warranty. The biggest drawback is its price tag, which places it on the premium side. Still, for buyers willing to spend, it's often described as cutting with the finesse of a Chris Reeves Sebenza, paired with the kind of toughness expected from a real combat-ready knife. When a folding knife needs extra cutting power, the Cold Steel Spartan brings it with a bold kukri-inspired blade. Designed by Andrew Demko, its styling borrows heavily from the traditional kukri blade, famous for its raw chopping power. The Spartan carries a 4.5-inch blade made from AUS 10A stainless steel, shaped with a sweeping curve that lets it cut like a pocket-sized kukri. It's a folding knife that chops, slices, and slashes with surprising power. Opening the blade is where the knife really stands out. It uses Demko's patented thumb plate, so you can flip it open like a regular folder or catch the plate against your pocket's edge during the draw, causing the blade to snap open instantly. The handle is crafted from Cold Steel's durable Grivex, reinforced with steel liners for extra rigidity. Once open, the Triad Lock, Cold Steel's signature locking system, keeps the blade firmly in place with no risk of accidental closure. At 9 ounces, it's heavier than most EDC folders and carries like a serious chunk of steel. Some find it too bulky for discreet everyday use, but for many, that size and boldness is part of the appeal. It's rugged, unique, and practical, while also being a conversation piece. Selling for under $100, it delivers an impressive mix of strength and cutting performance for the cost. Here, the Real Steel Evolution folding knife was released to mark the company's 10-year anniversary, and the attention to detail shows that it's meant as a milestone piece. Its blade is crafted from S35VN stainless steel, one of the industry's premium options praised for excellent edge retention and corrosion resistance. Buyers can select either a Tanto or drop-point blade design, both made to be reliable workhorses. Real Steel clearly intended this knife to reflect their decade of growth and experience. The locking system is one of the features that stands out most. Instead of relying on a single lock, the Evolution integrates a frame lock along with a secondary safety lock and a button release. It might sound excessive, but the purpose is to ensure maximum security during hard use. Some users feel it adds more complexity than needed, while others appreciate having that extra safeguard in demanding situations. The handle combines titanium with G10 inserts, offering both strength and comfort. while also giving it a sleek, modern look. A glass breaker is built into the butt end of the handle, adding emergency functionality. Slim enough to carry comfortably yet solid enough for demanding jobs, the Evolution balances practicality and premium features, standing as a fitting anniversary model for the brand. Moving on, the top's missile strike comes from Kelly McCulley, a veteran who designed the knife he would have wanted during his own service. That background is clear in the design choices. It carries a 6-inch spear point blade forged from 1095 carbon steel. Narrow enough for effective piercing but broad enough for cutting and utility tasks, the blade strikes a balance between combat and practical use. At a 1/4 inch thick, it feels solid without being overbearing. One of the first things people notice is the balance. Despite looking like a heavy-duty fighting knife, it moves with surprising speed and agility, giving the user control whether using it defensively or for everyday jobs. A substantial finger guard keeps your hand protected, while the tan canvas micarta handle ensures a non-slip grip, wet or dry. A forward choil is also integrated, so you can choke up on the blade for precision work when needed. The missile strike comes with a tan kydex sheath, built to hold the blade tightly and ride securely. This isn't a flashy showpiece, it's meant for functional, tactical use. At around a $285 price range, it represents McCulley's military experience transformed into steel, built with both combat and utility in mind. Built with decades of military feedback, the Spartan Harsey Dagger carries both history and modern steel into one blade. It has built up a strong reputation, largely thanks to designer Bill Harsey's extensive experience working with military professionals. Made in collaboration with Spartan blades, this dagger combines modern materials with insights from decades of military feedback. Its blade measures 6 inches and is cut from MagnaCut steel, prized for durability, edge retention, and resistance to corrosion. It's built to thrive under harsh and unpredictable conditions. The handle is contoured canvas micarta, shaped for a secure grip regardless of how the blade is held. A full tang design means strength runs from tip to pommel without weak spots. Harsey's time designing knives for special forces shows through in every detail, which is why this dagger is so respected among professional users. Balance is one of its standout traits. Even with its larger blade size, it feels quick and controllable in the hand, giving the user confidence. Its only real drawback is the price, usually running between $440 and $475. But for collectors, military professionals, or anyone who values a combat knife designed with elite-level experience, the Harsey Dagger stands as one of the most capable and respected options available. Few survival knives have earned real military trust, but the Cold Steel SRK did by proving itself in SEAL training. It's famously issued to Navy SEALs during BUDS training, which already proves its reliability. The SRK has a 6-inch blade made from SK5 high carbon steel, finished with a black Tough X coating to reduce reflection and add resistance to wear. Its handle is molded from Crayax with aggressive texturing and a built-in finger guard, ensuring the grip stays secure even in wet or muddy conditions. It comes with a Secure X sheath, designed for durability and versatile carry setups. What makes the SRK stand out is how seamlessly it adapts between combat use and survival roles. Whether for defense, camp chores, or rescue situations, it's built to handle the job. The trade-off with high-carbon steel is that it requires regular maintenance. If neglected, it can rust. The blade stock is also thicker, which makes it less suited for very delicate or fine cutting tasks. But considering its strength, reliability, and reputation, those limitations are easy to forgive. Often priced under $100, the SRK remains one of the best values for a knife with proven military credentials. Now, here the CRKT Redemption Compact blends history with tactical modern design. Created by well-known knife designer Ken Onion, it borrows inspiration from classic Wild West blades while being built in the USA in partnership with Hogue Knives for high quality. The end result is a knife that feels rooted in tradition, yet suited for today's needs. The blade measures 3.28 inches and is made from magna-cut steel with a black Cerakote finish for durability and corrosion resistance. The compact size makes it easy to carry daily, while the spear point profile adds a bold, aggressive look. It deploys with a smooth, gravity-assisted action, and once open, the crossbar lock holds it securely. The handle is built from black G10 with a stainless steel bolster, giving it a mix of strength and style. Some buyers have reported uneven grind lines on certain runs, but overall fit and function hold up well. What sets the Redemption Compact apart is how it ties American knife heritage to modern materials and engineering. For anyone looking for a small tactical knife with distinctive character, this one stands out from the crowd. In high-pressure defense, simplicity counts most, which is why the Topps Szabo Express keeps things fixed and fast. It was designed with a single mission: personal defense. Created by Lassie Szabo, a combatives instructor and law enforcement veteran, it was built by someone who knew exactly what was needed in a dependable fighting knife. Instead of opting for a complex folding mechanism, Szabo chose a fixed blade design, relying on simplicity and gross motor skills for deployment. The blade measures 5.63 inches, spear point in shape, and forged from 1095 carbon steel with a black Cerakote finish. Its dimensions are optimized for penetration efficiency. The handle is made from black canvas micarta, contoured for both saber and reverse grips, the most common positions in defensive use. Despite its size, the Szabo Express weighs just 7.5 ounces, making it quick and responsive in hand. Buyers can choose between single-edge or double-edge versions, depending on preferences and local legal restrictions. It's not intended for utility work like prying or camp chores, but in the role of a self-defense or survival blade, it excels. Built by someone with first-hand experience in combat training, the Szabo Express inspires confidence where it matters most. Have a look at the Extrema Ratio Caimano Nero. Made for Italy's elite naval unit, the Extrema Ratio Caimano Nero is professional gear built for real missions. Designed specifically for Italy's Navy GOI unit, it's a knife developed with special forces needs in mind and actively carried in the field by professionals. That fact alone underscores its credibility as a tool for survival and defense. The blade is a spear point made from Böhler N690 steel, measuring 4 millimeters thick. Known for its balance of toughness and corrosion resistance, N690 is a smart choice for maritime environments. The blade includes a partial serration, useful for cutting ropes, cables, and webbing. The handle is anti-corrodal aluminum, anodized for extra durability, and shaped to ensure secure handling under stress. A carbide glass breaker is fitted at the end, adding rescue utility. For carrying, it uses a DLC-coated titanium clip that can be adjusted for different positions. Its automatic opening makes deployment lightning fast, though that feature is restricted in certain regions. For anyone interested in a survival or combat knife backed by real-world military issue, the Caimano Nero is a rare opportunity. With its long double-edged design, the Fox Knives Valeno FX596 focuses fully on thrusting strength for close combat. Its design blends ceremonial dagger influences with modern tactical functionality, resulting in a blade that emphasizes thrusting and close combat. The blade stretches under 7 inches and is made from N690 Co steel. treated with Fox's black top shield coating for protection against wear and corrosion. Being double-edged, it's specialized for piercing rolls in defensive use. The handle is crafted from aluminum, lightweight yet strong, and includes a pronounced guard to keep the hand secure during forceful thrusts. It comes paired with a leather sheath, which adds a traditional touch while keeping the blade protected. Some owners like this nod to heritage, while others prefer more modern carry options. Either way, the Valeno represents a blend of history and practical defense design made for situations where combat effectiveness takes priority over utility. Sometimes size is the advantage, and the OffGrid Caiman XXL turns that into cutting power with its massive Bowie blade. The blade is crafted from cryogenically treated D2 steel, which gives it excellent edge retention and durability, even under heavy workloads. The Bowie-style shape provides an intimidating presence while excelling at slicing and piercing tasks. Most users describe the knife as feeling powerful the moment they pick it up. The handle is shaped with ergonomic G10 scales that sit comfortably even in large or gloved hands. Along the spine, chamfered edges and aggressive jimping ensure it stays firmly planted, even in sweaty or rugged conditions. The Caiman XXL comes with a custom-fit Kydex sheath and low-pro belt clip for secure carry and quick one-handed deployment. Given its size, it's not a knife you'll discreetly carry around. It's more suited for outdoor or survival contexts. Like all D2 blades, it needs some maintenance to prevent rust, but at its budget-friendly price, it delivers serious cutting power and makes an imposing addition to any collection. A knife that doubles as an emergency tool, the Kizer Norcross adds survival features to its tactical fixed blade. Its blade measures 4 inches and is made from Nitro V steel with a stone-washed finish, chosen for its toughness and corrosion resistance. The spear point design keeps the handling balanced, while partial serrations add utility for cutting rope, straps, and webbing. The olive green G10 handle is textured for traction and integrates added tools like a glass breaker and seatbelt cutter, signaling that the Norcross is built not only for combat, but also for emergencies. The knife comes with a Kydex sheath that provides strong retention while keeping it ready for rapid draw. Some might see the additional features as unnecessary clutter, and serrated edges can be harder to sharpen. But for buyers who want one knife to cover a wide range of survival and tactical needs, the Norcross has strong appeal. Priced accessibly, it blends defensive capability with emergency utility, making it a solid, all-around option. Carrying the spirit of the classic USMC knife, the Kizer Fighter 1271 offers long reach and proven fighting strength. Its blade is a full 8 inches long, offering extra reach and leverage when it matters most. Forged from 1095 Crovan carbon steel with a black epoxy powder coating, it offers toughness while keeping a subdued profile. The knife's purpose-built design shines through. Its handle is Kraton G, a synthetic elastomer that holds up well in all conditions and resists slipping even when wet. Partial serrations expand its functionality, letting it cut rope, webbing, or other heavy-duty materials. The pommel can also act as a striking tool, giving it more versatility in emergencies. Carrying the fighter. 1271 is made simple with a Kydex sheath that's MOLLE and PALS compatible, so it integrates easily with tactical gear setups. Some might view the old-style blade lock groove as more symbolic than necessary, but it maintains the connection to the knife's heritage. Overall, the Fighter 1271 blends the tradition of American military blades with reliable, modern combat performance, making it a strong choice for survival and defense alike. Some knives are designed so specifically for real-world missions that even their names carry weight. The MKC Redacted is one of those rare blades. It was originally released as the Series 25, built to meet the rigorous standards of Series training: survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. That heritage alone gives it credibility, and it was considered so purpose-built that the name eventually had to be changed for security reasons. The blade sits right around 5 inches long, forged from Magna-cut stainless steel, one of the toughest steels on the market today. To make it even more durable, MKC finished it with Cerakote. That coating not only reduces reflections, but also helps resist corrosion while adding a rugged tactical look. At 10¼ inches overall and running full tang from tip to handle, the knife feels absolutely solid in hand. At under 8 ounces, it has some weight to it, but never crosses into bulky territory. The handle is made from G10 with cutouts that lock in your grip, whether you're working in wet or dry conditions. One thing to note is that while Cerakote offers great protection, it doesn't hold up to heavy abrasion as well as DLC finishes. Still, in practical use, it does more than enough to protect the blade. For anyone needing a knife that was literally built for high-pressure operations, the Redacted delivers performance without compromise. Automatic knives aren't always known for blending durability with premium materials, but the Kershaw Launch 21 makes a strong case for how good they can be when done right. It's part of the US Made Launch series, and many users consider it one of the finest releases yet. The blade measures about 3½ inches and is made from CPMM4 steel. This steel is incredibly tough, able to hold a fine edge through serious cutting tasks, though it does need extra care since it isn't stainless. To help with that, the blade is finished with a black PVD coating, which adds a sleek tactical look, while also fighting corrosion. The handle design balances strength and grip. Flat, dark earth anodized aluminum forms the main frame, while black G10 inlays give extra traction. Closed, the knife is just under 5 inches, and at only 116 grams, it feels lightweight enough to carry every day without hassle. Being an automatic deployment, it is immediate. And at the same time, safety isn't an issue, because the recessed push button prevents accidental opening in your pocket. For anyone looking for a quick, trustworthy auto made with high-end materials, the Launch 21 checks every box. Bigger isn't always better, and the MKC Mini War Goat is proof. It's compact, lightweight, and designed to stay out of the way until you really need it. The blade measures about 3 inches, cut from the same Magna-cut stainless steel used in Montana Knife Company's larger blades. That means you're still getting the same durability, edge retention, and corrosion resistance in a much smaller package. The knife is full tang, ensuring strength through the entire build, but weighs just 1½ ounces, making it feel almost weightless on your gear. Its handle is G10 with a textured finish, and MKC adds their signature finger ring at the base. That ring isn't just for style, it provides better retention and stability during use. The spine includes jimping, giving your thumb more control when precision cuts are needed. The blade is slim enough, 0.12 inches thick, to slice easily, but tough enough to handle more demanding work. So, for anyone who needs a compact blade that doesn't compromise on steel quality, the Mini War Goat is a strong choice. When raw power is the priority, the Cold Steel Recon Scout delivers it in spades. This is a knife built for heavy-duty use, where strength and durability come first. The blade is a massive 7½ inches with a clip point profile, forged from CPM3V tool steel, one of the toughest steels you'll find. It's made to withstand punishing tasks while holding an edge impressively well. At 5/16 of an inch thick, snapping or bending it under stress just isn't a concern. Overall, the knife measures 12.5 inches and weighs about 9.5 ounces, making it substantial but still well-balanced in hand. Cold Steel fitted the handle with their familiar Cray X material. It's soft enough for comfort, yet textured enough for grip, even in wet or gloved conditions. The blade itself has a subtle curve that makes it versatile, handling both chopping and slicing effectively. This kind of thickness does limit it for delicate tasks. Don't expect to shave tinder or make paper-thin cuts with ease. But for chopping, batoning, and heavy survival use, the Recon Scout stands out as a blade you can trust when the job demands maximum durability. Not every tactical knife needs to be oversized, and the Condor Fighter shows how a smaller build can still pack plenty of utility. Designed for close quarters use, it's compact, effective, and easy to carry. Its blade comes in just under 5 inches, forged from 1075 high-carbon steel. That steel brings strength and decent edge retention, though it does require maintenance since it isn't stainless. A black Cerakote finish helps offset that by adding protection while also keeping reflections down. At about 9.5 inches overall and weighing just under 9 ounces, it strikes a middle ground. Portable, yet sturdy. The handle is made from polypropylene. It's not flashy, but it's rugged, functional, and shaped to give a reliable hold. Where the Condor Fighter shines is in its versatility. The blade shape works well for self-defense applications, but it's equally capable for practical tasks like rope cutting, wood carving, or camp chores. The trade-off comes with maintenance. You'll need to keep it dry and oiled to prevent rust. But with basic care, it's a dependable, compact fighter that blends tactical ability with everyday utility. Military heritage carries weight in a knife, and the SOG SEAL Strike draws directly from that lineage. It's built as a tactical tool, but also doubles as a survival system thanks to its unique features. The blade is just under 5 inches, clip point in shape, and forged from AUS-8 stainless steel. A black titanium nitride coating adds durability, helping it resist both wear and corrosion. At under 10 inches and weighing only 5.6 ounces, it manages to stay lightweight. The handle is made from glass-reinforced nylon, reinforced with stainless steel inserts, a combination that feels tough without being heavy. The spine has jimping, which helps lock in grip for control during finer cuts. What makes the SEAL Strike unique is its sheath. It's not just storage. The sheath integrates a cord cutter, fire starter, and sharpening stone, turning the whole setup into a compact survival kit. It's dependable, but doesn't match the performance of more modern premium steels. Even so, the SEAL Strike's mix of tactical design and practical survival tools makes it a strong, all-around knife for both field and emergency use. Traditional design still has a place in modern tactical blades, and the CRKT HZ4 Fixed proves it by merging old-school Japanese sword style with modern construction. Designed by James Williams, a martial arts expert, it brings his deep knowledge of combat blades into a compact, tactical format. The blade measures at under 5 inches, a balanced length that works for precision as well as combat applications. It's made from SK5 carbon steel, giving it sharpness and toughness at the cost of needing some maintenance to avoid rust. The blade is shaped in the Hirazukuri style, a classic Japanese sword geometry that excels at deep slicing and piercing. The handle is G10, textured and shaped for a confident grip, though some users say it feels rough at first. The knife comes with a tough Kydex sheath, which holds it securely while allowing quick deployment. Like many carbon steel knives, the HZ4 isn't designed for prying or heavy chopping. Instead, it's tailored for precision defensive use, where clean cuts and control matter most. By combining centuries-old sword influence with modern tactical steel and materials, The HZ4 stands out as a distinctive and effective fixed blade. So, that was our list of the 30 incredible military tactical knives for survival and self-defense. Thanks for watching. Feel free to reveal your thoughts in the comments section, as we'd love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, share, and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.